So again with Tommy Jacobs, so one of the heated ones we've got coming in a minute is from the back of an interview, which I've also distilled down on the spreadsheet here. It says that you've created Gunsmith, which gives a huge amount of possibilities, but they also let it slip, or I don't know is the right word, but they said that you won't be able to unlock all the attachments for that weapon, and that has disappointed some fans in the forum who believe they should have all the unlocks. So was there a tactical reason why this was done, or was it to do with the reward system, or was it to do with replayability and resetting that back?
Sure, yeah. I guess you could say replayability was the main focus of that. We wanted to be able to give the player, we want, much like we wanted the decisions in combat to matter to the player, we wanted the decisions that we give the player through the reward systems to matter as well. If through that progression you give them everything, then they don't matter as much. You don't make as much of an investment in what you do if you have access to everything, right?
Yeah.
So we have a point to spend through Gunsmith per faction per level that you gain in 50 levels. So if you, from the beginning of the game, settle on one of those weapons, technically you could unlock all of the attachments for that gun, because you will have 50 points to spend in Gunsmith by the time you hit the end. However, that's one gun out of 5 weapons.
And obviously your maps are going to cater for different styles of gunplay.
Right,
so.
But having all those modifications allows you to accommodate those types of gameplay. So if you unlock all the barrel lengths, if you unlock all the trigger formats, if you unlock all the gas systems, then you have the ability to change based on those changing occurrences. At the same time, your play style is going to dictate a lot of the decisions that you make. So if you, there are, for example, there are 3, I think I need evidence for this for sure, but I believe there's 3 trigger systems. You come default with full auto, and then there's a 3-round burst that you can unlock, and then there's a single shot that you can unlock. But your playstyle may determine that you don't need both of those. You might not ever want the single shot because you can just pop the trigger on your own. So a player can decide how they're going to spend the points based on their playstyle, and then a lot of those additional items that you didn't unlock could be things that just fall outside your playstyle. However, if they're things that you want those options every time, you can dedicate and focus all of the points that you earn on a single weapon and unlock all those points. You also get a respect token at the start of the game, and every time that you hit level 50 with a character, you get a respect token as well. So you can use that token at the end to go, oh, you know what, I played this guy all the way up to level 50. I like 80% of what I did with him. You spend that token, it resets all your points, all your decision points, everything is reset, and you can go repick everything that you had and spend it on different stuff.
So when you reset the prestige system, somebody was asking, do you get like an unlocked Bodak weapon or an unlocked additional weapon?
Yes. At level 50, you unlock an additional character slot. So we have 3 by default open slots and 3 locked slots. So when you hit level 50 on any character, you unlock a 4th slot, or if it's another level 50, 5th, 6th slot. You get the respect token, and you enable, you're allowed to take one of the weapons from the Bodark side to the Ghost side and goes to the Bodark. So for example, if you love the ACR, which is an assault rifle available at level 0 to the Ghost, and you've kitted that thing out, it's perfect, it's your baby. When you hit level 50, now when you go play Bodark, you can take the ACR. So that weapon's now shareable across factions. We have the 2 progressions. So for each role that you go through, the engineer, the rifleman, and the scout all have their own set of weapons and equipment that you have to decide that when you unlock, that you have to choose which one you want. However, there's also what we call the general progression, which means that every character role at level, I don't remember the exact number.
Can I interject? There's a very valid question here. I'm not really sure your character model, because we haven't seen it, so and you probably talk about it all the time, but if you select, say, engineer, and you hit level 20, are you level 20 for both Godart and Ghosts at the simultaneous at the same time? So you're not doing it for different fractions?
Correct.
Okay, so
you level the factions simultaneously.
Okay, so that's one thing I don't think has been made very clear. Some people are confused, thinking, I have to play as Ghost, I have to play as Godart, and I have to.
And you don't necessarily choose either. So when you're playing in quick match and you join the server, it's going to determine which faction you're going to play for. So if you're doing that customization, you'll have access to those guns that are limited to just Modark, or limited to just Ghost, when you have the opportunity to play those factions. And I believe once you join and you're in a server, your faction doesn't change unless you leave that server and go back again, and then you may end up on the other side.
Okay, so you're going to play continuously on that.
Yes, but that role will continue to level both sides, Ghost and Modark.
Okay, let's